What's going on, everyone? ODC here with
Soul Drum 86. What's up, peoples?
What's up? And we are not here with a wrestling podcast. We're actually here with a random toy talk. This is something, I've been wanting to do. Just talk randomly about toys. Why the hell not? That's why you guys tune in here. So I figured we'll start talking about some 6-inch figures. And we're going to be talking about old and new stuff coming out. Like I said, this is just random toy talk. So we're just going to have fun with this. Let me check the chat and make sure. Hold on a minute. Here we go. All right. Let me just check the chat. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Zorpox, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Well, thank you for joining us tonight. If you guys have any questions in the chat or if you want to bring up a topic for us to talk about, we'll be more than happy to talk about it. So we'll just start off with 6-inch figures. Let's say, what do you want to talk about? Old, new?
Let's talk about some new stuff real quick.
Okay, cool. All right. What are you the most excited for this year coming out that's not out yet as of this point? Could be anything. Marvel Legends, Star Wars.
Honestly, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the Star Wars stuff, but they just gotta, ship it out to the stores.
I know, right? It's like the 40th anniversary figures, like the hardest figures to find right now.
Right. Like I've seen, my Target has the Princess Leia. She's been sitting up there for weeks, and it's just been her. Before that, it was just the Darth Vader. It was a set that you actually showed me the image of. It was like that big. I forgot what he came with. And then at my Walmart, I saw 2 Han Solos. Or no, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. But yeah, those are really tough to find. There's still some Rogue One stuff that's tough to find that I'm like trying to get right now. Like the wave that you recently, what was it, Darth Revan?
Yeah, that one. That's probably. I still think to this day that's one of the best waves we've gotten from the Black Series.
Yeah. And I've been trying to get that stuff. Like Amazon is selling it either for too much, or when I've tried to get certain ones, it says like seller has sold out of this figure or whatever. And I'm like, geez, like the only new Star Wars figures that I've seen in my stores, and I kid you not, it's been the Director Krennic. Am I saying that right? That was the only figure that I've seen so far that other than that, it's been Captain Cassian, Jyn Erso, maybe a K2 SO, and a bunch of Kylo Rens. And I'm seeing a ton of Reys. It's all this old stuff, but they're not, because there's a lot of new stuff that I would like to have, like multiverse figures that I would at least like to see close up in the store to see if I want to get it. I haven't been seeing anything new of those.
Yeah. It's really weird how you know what, and I can't really blame 100% Hasbro for their distribution here, but because a lot of what was it, Toys R Us's,
yeah,
and I used to work at Toys R Us, so I know how this works, how their store works. Toys R Us will not restock until everything is gone.
I kind of figured.
My Toys R Us still has unmasked Kylo Ren, Jyn Erso's, just K2SOs all over the place.
Yeah.
Cassian all over. These figures are coming out in last September? Like it's almost been a year. Like, come on, get this shit out of here. Put it on clearance so people want to get it or get rid of it. But they won't go down on the price. They won't do it.
This is what's funny though. Target is actually putting a lot of them on sale. Like the Jyn Ersos and that wave, it's $9.84. People still aren't buying them. Every week me and my girlfriend go to the stores, and we're just doing regular shopping, but I go to the toy section. Every single week, any store we go to, it's the same stuff. I'm like, guys, nobody's buying them. You can try to take the price down it's been $9 for about 2 months now. Nobody's getting, like, just get rid of the stuff, man.
Just get rid of it, wholesale it, get rid of it, wholesale it, get rid of it. Whatever you gotta do, send it to friggin' the Goodwill. Who cares? You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Do what you have to do. I understand that it's tough because a lot of people are like, "Well, get the old stuff out and get it in," like I'm saying. But I get it. But they can wholesale all of this stuff, and they have ways to get rid of it. It's just them doing it because they want to make the buck. They want to make the buck. They don't want to lose any money. I get that part too, but still, at the same point, you're not selling anything, and it's just taking up space.
Yeah, right.
We could have new figures there that do sell. So.
And speaking of Target, I haven't seen because I've been really trying to get the Booker T, the King Booker. One of my Targets is finally putting up the Hall of Fame, but it's only Sting I see. Every week it's a ton of Stings, but everybody else is gone. But the Target that's closest to my house, which is about 2 minutes, instead of putting up the Hall of Fame wave like I thought they would, they actually put up the wave with Harlem Heat. And I was like,
the hell?
I was like, once you guys cleared out the last stuff, which they still have one Tito Santana figure.
Oh God, that Tito.
He
won't go away.
I'm like, geez, man. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to pick up. The new Cyclops from Marvel Legends.
He's overrated.
I've seen. You know what I don't like about that figure?
I actually have a rant video that I made that I got to upload.
Like his boot parts, like how they're not attached to the figure.
There's a whole plethora of stuff that I have. I was actually starting to shoot a review, and midway through the review, as I was recording, I just started ranting, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, this is no longer a review. This is just a rant, and it's it's not like me like screaming or anything like that. It's just a figure.
Right.
I get it. But I'm pointing out like stuff that needs to be pointed out because, I mean, the prices are not getting any cheaper with these figures, and the quality is still going down. And Cyclops was pretty much, I think, one of the final, unless they ever come out with like Jim Lee style everything. Cyclops might be the last Marvel Legend I ever buy. Unless unless Jim Lee looks for figures are coming out as far as Marvel Legends go, but anything else I don't really give a shit about. I really don't.
I would actually love that, man. A set. I think you and Strident mentioned it before too. I would love, instead of when they gave us that all new X-Men box set a long time ago, which was terrible, and I'm glad I didn't pick that up. It would be nice if they did a Jim Lee style of that. Give us about 6 figures in one, box. But but nowadays they would make that a con exclusive, and it would be like $400.
Yeah, exactly. Because and I think the other half of that is that they see it's a real weird gray area. Like I'm not sure if they are only giving us few and far between Jim Lee characters because Jim Lee is still with DC, or is it because they just want to string us along, hoping that we stick with the line to get more down the line? I'm not sure which it is. I think it's one of the two. Yeah, it's got to be.
Because out of all the Jim Lee,
they're still giving us Jim Lee style, but
because we got the Jean Grey. But it's come very. I mean, because when did that Jean Grey come out? Like 3.
Oh my God, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah,
3. About I think 2.5 years ago, 3, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like we got that, and then we finally got the Rogue, and then we finally got the Cyclops, and it's just that. I don't know. That's a pain in the ass to try to find in the stores. It's annoying.
Yeah, it is. It is really annoying. I mean, there's always that problem with Hasbro and their distribution, but it's also, it's the store's fault just as much too. So blame your Targets that don't want to get rid of old stock. Blame your Toys R Us's that don't want to get rid of old stock.
Yeah, and I think one of the best Toys R Us's that I've ever been to. I live in Ohio, and there's one in Cuyahoga Falls that Toys R Us is actually really good at getting new stuff, especially NECA. Like, and whenever NECA comes out with anything new, that Toys R Us has it. Like, even the Toys R Us closest to me, I still haven't seen the Bill and Ted 2-pack there, but I've seen the Bill and Ted 2-pack at the Cuyahoga Falls one. Like, they got everything, anything that you will see that, like say if you watch like a Comic-Con or a New York Toy Show or something like that, and NECA's showing everything that they're gonna have coming out. Whenever it releases, this Toys R Us gets it. Every other Toys R Us I go to, they just kind of, like they don't even really get the Rocky stuff in. I've only really seen one Toys R Us that's like closest to me, which is that Cuyahoga Falls one, and that one actually has good stuff, a good selection from anything wrestling. No matter what you're trying to get there, they usually do a really good job of putting stuff up.
Yeah, I have the same problem in my area. Like, there's one that's really close to me that I can go to that has absolutely nothing, and then there's the further one that I don't feel like driving all like 20, 30 minutes to go to.
Yeah, that's
that
what
has everything that I need and has all the new stuff. So it's kind of like, it's got to sacrifice one for the other. So
exactly.
But now I think I'm at the point. I'm 34 years old. I just fucking pre-order everything. I don't even bother with stores anymore.
I know.
I don't even have the time to. I barely have time to shoot reviews anymore because I've been working so much. So
I'm getting to that point too now, where pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've gotten, it's been from getting it online.
Yeah,
it is just fun still to have that, like, oh, you find it in a store and it's something that you want.
Yeah,
that's always fun, but it's like stores make it very hard to have that experience now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was it? The perfect example of what the reason why I shop online as opposed to with at least the majority of my stuff. Like, I do still do like my toy hunt videos, and I do want to continue to do some more. But the biggest reason why I don't even want to bother going to brick and mortar shops, unless there was like if a mom and pop toy shop ever opened up, I'd go to it all the time. But going to a brick and mortar Toys R Us is, I don't know. the prices are always the same, even with figures that aren't as sought after. So I usually end up shopping on Amazon for like a perfect example is the Doctor Strange wave. You can get that whole wave for like $50.
Yeah, if
you shop properly. You know what I mean?
You know what else, real quick? Speaking of another bad distribution job, I like getting those Power Ranger figures, the Legacy line, which I'm looking forward to when they do the Power Ranger Zeo. I think that comes out like in the fall. But the first two waves like that had a mix between the Power Rangers in space and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Pretty much every store around me could be a good example of this, but they did really good on having the first wave that had like the Ninja Storm stuff, but it also had Jason and Tommy for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then they did really good on having the second wave, but then they just stopped. Like there's barely, like nobody has like the yellow and white Ranger. I had to find those at GameStop. GameStop actually had those.
Oh, I hate the GameStop toys. I'm sorry.
And I remember when I picked those up, the guy even said, he was like, we opened the box. We didn't even understand why we were getting them. Yeah, but it was like, why do you have them there and not? It was just weird. It was really weird.
I hate GameStop exclusives. I hate even shopping at GameStop, to be honest with you. GameStop is just I don't know. I'm not a big fan of GameStops. If I pre-order a game, it's usually online. Like I don't even mess around with that stuff. I'll pre-order through the PlayStation Network, and I don't even bother going to GameStop because
I get my games digitally now. So
I don't even bother with that crap anymore. Getting the physical copies because it's just not worth my time to have to deal with GameStop and pay tax on that. And then if you want a specific DLC, I got to go to Game. That's bullshit. That's people trying to get us to go to GameStop. I don't want to go to GameStop. I don't even like GameStop. Right. So and then with the exclusives, now they're forcing you to go to GameStop, or you're going to have to pay at least $30 to $40 online. Which is, that's the way it is, but which is unfortunate. But
and they upcharge stuff too, man. There was before I got them for a good price, the Rick Rude and the IRS figure that I got, they were like $34, and I'm like, why? You can get these online right now for $16 bucks, which I got them for. I'm like, why would I pay you $34?
And they won't even price match because I tried to price match with what was it? I think it was like some sort of Pop Funko. I think I found like a Scout Trooper Pop Funko.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, hey, it's it's $9 on Walgreens website where you price match. We don't price match here. I'm like, okay, well then you just lost fucking money. Thank you. Because you want to sell it for $15, you asshole.
Right.
Who sells a Pop Funko for $15 retail?
That's ridiculous.
That's stupid. Doesn't do anything. Like I could see if like a Funko did something, but it doesn't do anything. It just sits there.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to go on a rant here about Pop Funkos, but we got a couple questions. Zorpak says, "What are our thoughts on the DC Collectibles Bombshells action figures?"
They look pretty good to me. I don't have them, but they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're good looking figures. I've seen some quality control issues with some of them. I've seen quality control issues with the knees. Some of the knee pegs not lining up properly, and I've seen some problems with still some clear joints on the Bombshells. But overall, I think they're beautiful looking figures. I mean, that's the kicker with DC Collectibles. They sell beautiful looking figures, but then the quality on them is garbage. So
and that's why I'm still so hurt by the DC film stuff, because that was their best stuff, man. Because I have a lot of the TV show, as you saw in my video. I got a lot of the TV show stuff, but they don't compare to what that Batman v Superman, those figures were like, especially the Superman figure. It would have been so awesome for them to continue that line, man.
I think that was the best. Those are the best group of figures that they've ever produced, I think.
Right.
And that's saying a lot, but I think they're the best DC Collectibles figures ever produced. And I'm glad I have them, but I was really pissed off that they decided to cancel the rest of them.
And they showed so many, prototypes. Like the Feora looked awesome, because we got crap Feoras. Like I forgot where Stu Murray said he found that one that he posted on the DC Unlimited page. But that one Stu Murray got, that's the best one that you can get.
Yep.
But every other Feora, I mean, the Play Arts Kai was cool because that actually looked like her. But like the Mattel one was trash.
The Mattel one, it's just...
And it was like we were actually getting ready to get like, legit. It would have been nice to collect like the Man of Steel ones that they had coming, and that really sucks, man. I was like, that was your best stuff, and you failed.
I still think that regular suited Batman was better than the Mafex one that's out right now.
Yeah.
Because the Mafex one had like some weird like spray tan going on in his face. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, it does. It's like dark.
Mad Collector says, "Will you review Elite Series 50? The whole wave? I don't know if I'm getting the whole wave. It is a really good wave. I'll admit that. That is the one with Baron Corbin and
and Shane and Stephanie.
Yeah, that's a really good wave. Hold on a second. Let me just reboot my memory here.
Has Rhino in it too, right?
Yeah, that's another selling point. I really wanted to get it was because that's Rhino's first and I think only figure. Oh, it comes with Shane too. Yeah, this is a really good solid wave. I don't really care for this John Cena. No, thank you. Shane, yes. Baron Corbin. And I would say Baron Corbin, Warlord, and Rhino are my selling points here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about you want that Warlord one.
Yeah, that Warlord looks freaking awesome. I am so excited. How excited are you about Berserker? Oh, my God. Looks amazing. It puts the Jack specific one to shame. Oh, man.
51 looks good, man.
So, and I'm really excited that eventually we're going to get a new Heath Slater, which is really cool. So I'm excited about that. Since we got Rhino, they got to give us Slater now.
Because I think he'll come with the other belt, so we can have the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which I still think Mattel should just make. I talked about it in that video when I had the custom belts from Ring Bling Customs.
Yep.
They just need to make a thing like Jax, because Jax did it. Just give us a box, sell it for like $5 or whatever, and have every title in there. So they don't always have to come. Like, you can still make the belts come with guys, like, especially like if it's a defining moments. But
I say
that.
to hell with the belts if you're going to do that. Don't put the belts in with the figures at all. Sell a belt accessory pack that's exclusive to wherever. I don't care. Amazon. You want to give it to, how about Amazon and Ringside Collectibles? You could do that. Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
And you can do it by like era. So the doesn't cost so much. You can do like the old school belts. You can do Attitude Era belts. You can do the belts they got now, the belts they had before. Like, just separate it like
spread it out. Don't make yourself, don't spread it so thin where you don't have anything, because there's a lot of figures that should come with belts. The new AJ Styles should come with the WWE title belt. I don't know why it doesn't. You gave them all this other plastic accessories, but you didn't give them the friggin' title belt. Like, what the hell's going on? The other thing is that Wave 50, you could have got rid of John Cena and put in the new Heath Slater there and given us the tag team champions together, which is what you should do.
Exactly.
It's like toy companies don't think of themes when they think of waves anymore. They just throw a bunch of shit together and that's it.
Right.
Like, we got to have a Cena in here or the wave won't sell. Bullshit. All these waves sell. They all sell.
Hasbro got that syndrome with Marvel Legends. When movies come out, I'd rather every figure in the wave be movie based. Don't mix it with comic and movies, because you're going to come out with the comic stuff throughout the year. It's going to be a ton of comic stuff. So why throw it in with the movie wave?
Makes no sense. Just do movie waves and do a comic wave if you want to do that. Have them come out at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone. There you go.
Because if that happened, we would have gotten a Falcon figure when Winter Soldier came out, not 2 years later almost. Right.
Unbelievable.
This didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. But that's a really good wave. I think I'm actually more excited for Wave 51, which I think is the much better wave. You got another Sami Zayn. I don't have a problem with them even just tweaking him a little bit and giving us almost the same figure, because he was tough to get a few waves ago.
Yeah.
That AJ, I already pre-ordered 2 AJs because I'm not going through the fucking bullshit of trying to track him down for $20. It's impossible. So
right.
I pre-ordered him. I got him for, what was it? I think $24, which isn't bad with shipping included and everything. So and then we got Mankind. We got Roman Reigns, and then we got Scott Hall looks really good, and the Berserker. Oh my God, he looks glorious. He looks absolutely glorious. He comes with a sword and a shield and a helmet and that funny ass face.
The Berserker and Mankind, because I've been wanting a Mankind like that. That's the Mankind figure I've been wanting for a while. And the AJ are definitely I will get. Now, I do like that Scott Hall, and I'm tempted to get it because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. But because I have the Razor Ramon, I think I'm good with him as Razor Ramon.
Yeah, but you got to get the NWO version.
Yeah, but you know which version
It is a new head sculpt, too. He's got his hair in a ponytail, so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I did want the white and black NWO, but that one went up in price so quick. Like, if you blinked, you missed that.
It was gone. Yeah.
Good luck. Like that.
This is Outsiders. Like, this is going to be, I think, a really good figure, because it's the Outsiders. It's the version everyone wants of Scott Hall. They don't want black and white NWO Scott Hall, because it's like, what was that? Towards the ladder of his career. You know what I mean? We wanted like 96 Scott Hall. That's what we want, you know?
Yeah.
I was actually worried. I thought that they were going to give us jeans and t-shirt Scott Hall. And I'm like, oh, thank God they gave him tights. I'm really happy with Wave 51. I think it looks fantastic.
It does.
All the figures, even the Roman Reigns figure looks good. Even though it's pretty much just kind of the same old.
Yeah.
But it does look like a decent figure. What is it? Pre-orders.
Oh, I heard that. Oh my gosh, I think I heard that they were going to make an announcement that the NXT elites are going to have their kind of like own separate wave. So you're gonna have like elite versions and basics of the NXT guys now coming out too. And I think is it supposed to be exclusive to Target? Maybe not. I don't know. But I know like when they showed off that Ty Dillinger and he's a basic, they're coming out with an elite Ty Dillinger as well, which I would love to get the Perfect 10 elite. That's
I've run my course with getting basics first because I know they like to do that, and that's smart. I get why they're doing it. It's a marketing ploy to get you hyped about, you know, getting an elite eventually. But I'm going to skip on basics unless they're tag teams.
Right.
It's just I don't want to spend the money twice. You know what I mean? I feel like whenever they come out with a basic, like what was it? Finn Balor's first release was a basic, and then they came out with the elite after that of the Demon one. But I think that's a good. It's a good thing that Target's going to get some exclusives. I think that's good. They'll actually stock them hopefully.
Right.
There's a lot of great wrestling figures coming out. We got the Balor Club exclusive coming out next month. We've got Macho Man comes out next month. We've got that that exclusive Hulk Hogan, which is only running $34 by Storm Collectibles, which is
and that looks worth it when you look at that.
Not pricey
with it. Yeah, that I think that's priced right.
And it's in perfect scale with your with the
Mattel stuff.
So it's if you're wondering about if it's in scale, trust me, it's in scale perfectly with all your Mattel stuff that'll look good. I think Storm Collectibles actually. It says in the description, and also Storm Collectibles posted a video, or not a video, posted a photo of him standing next to a Mattel figure, and it looks great. So.
That figure looks awesome.
Yeah. Kyle, what's up, buddy? Scabcat242 says, "Hey Anthony, have you got the next batch of Valkyrie figures yet?" I actually just shot a video yesterday, and I gotta edit it and upload it. But I got a whole maybe like a 30 or 40-minute video, just playing around with my Valkyries in front of the video camera. So, I got that whole batch in. So you stay tuned for that, guys. That's coming up. But I do want to get to my Tusken Raider review in just before I do that. So maybe I'll actually do a twofer that day. I'll just upload both. But yeah, I got the next batch. And if you guys don't know, you're not familiar with Valkyries, you can go to maraudersinc.com and check out all their, if you're into G.I. Joes or anything like that. These are like the friggin' Lamborghini of G.I. Joes. You know what I mean? Like they are the thing to get if you are a diehard, like true action figure G.I. Joe collector. Like I've seen so many people jumping off the 50th anniversary train and jumping onto Marauders train because they're actually swapping doing head swaps and stuff like that. And they're making better versions of the G.I. Joes of past.
Right.
So to me, I think they're all modular. You can take them all apart, very similar to like Mythic Legions. They're 3 3/4 inch scale, so it's right in scale with the rest of your G.I. Joes. You can build your own character if you want to, or you can just, like I said, fix up your old Joes that have crappy range of motion or have horrible head sculpts. They got more variety now too with their new Valkyries that came out. You got females, you got some new male head sculpts and stuff like that. So you got a lot of options here with Marauders that you don't have with Hasbro, which is and if you're a G.I. Joe collector, I feel your pain. It sucks. And don't join the FSS club because it's not worth your money. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your heartache. Join on the Marauders train, jump on that train, and just you can have a lot of fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put in, what was it, like $100 order last week. Got all my stuff in 2 days.
Dang.
2 days I got it. And I had a blast just putting everything together, mixing and matching. You can make all of your brand new Cobra Troopers if you want. They have that body type for it and everything. So
wow.
There's so many options with Marauders. You just got to go to their website and check it out. So yeah, I definitely got those, Kyle. And yeah, the video is coming up soon. But I had a lot to say about that, and I was just having such a ball playing with those.
Yeah.
Zorpak says, gummy knees on Marvel Legends. My Wasp can't stand without support. That sucks. Yeah.
I feel the pain. That's why I stopped. Like I still was collecting, you know, I recently, not too long ago, got the Doctor Strange, but literally, like you said, I think if I ever find a Cyclops in the stores, I will get that because I love that look. That's my favorite version of Cyclops. He's one of my favorite X-Men. And if they ever, by some chance, do a pack that they did at Toys R Us with the all-new X-Men and Jim Lee, I'll get those Marvel Legends. But other than that, Marvel Legends just pisses me off sometimes, man. And I said it in my review to my Daredevil figure a while back, that one at Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
When you get Marvel Legends, when you look at them in the stores, they look awesome. Mm-hmm. The way that they're packaged, sometimes they're posed in a fancy way. And if you're mint on card completely, Marvel Legends is perfect for you. Yeah. But if you actually like to pose figures around on your shelves, it's hit or miss because you can end up with the gummy joints. And I hated that. Like, I was like, that Daredevil looks so cool. And I took it out and it felt like a McDonald's toy in a way. Just because of like, I'm moving the elbows and the elbows were gummy, the knees. My Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy, I had to put some sticky stuff on her foot so she could.
Oh, it's horrible.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
because they got to give everyone heels. They give figures heels that don't even wear heels. Like It's like, what are you doing? Why would you give us this shit? They can't stand. It's like they don't take the figures and stand them themselves and try to pose them before they release them. It's like they're just like, well, fuck it, they'll make them work. Whatever, just get them out.
You think that they would do that?
They don't.
Like, you really would think that they would, but they don't at all.
It's poor quality control. It goes back to that. It's the excuse that they use that but they're only $20 figures. Well, they're only $20 figures. Oh, they're only $20 figures. Well, you know what's the excuse when they're 25 and they still are the same and have shitty QC? You know what I mean? Like It's only a matter of time before these figures start going for $25 a pop at retail, and then secondary markets are selling them for $40, and that's now the norm. You know what I mean? Like it's not that far away from reality, really, when you think about it. Yeah. Because we used to buy Marvel Legends for $17. I remember buying Marvel Legends for $12.99.
Yeah, I remember that too. And that was, I remember when they were also still cheap when that oh my gosh, what was that wave with Captain America? He didn't have the mask on. And he
the Terrax wave?
Yes, that one. That I remember when that wave was around, they were still at a really good price. And I was,
yeah, they were $16.99.
Yeah, $16.99.
That wasn't even that long ago when you think
about it. Right.
It was like fucking 3 or 4 years ago. That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
When you think about the action figure market, like that's 3 or 4 years ago isn't that much. And I get like crude oil is expensive and I get all that. I know there's more logistics to it than just me saying and complaining about it. I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But to raise the price from $16.99 to $20 and still get shitty quality, something's off.
Yeah.
Something's off here. So,
and that's why I like companies like NECA a lot, because their figures, for the most part, like depending on what you get, it'll be $24.99. Like if you get one of their like the Predator stuff they have out, like the Ultimate, it comes with a bunch of stuff. The God of War figure, but then for the most part, you got stuff from NECA that's simply just $19.99, like in stores and online, but it's not crap that you're getting. Like it, I appreciate them for not raising the price to everything, like on a constant basis. Like DC Collectibles is even raising price. They have 4 DC TV show figures, CW figures coming out next week. They have the Supergirl, Martian Manhunter, Vixen, and Constantine. And I want all of those figures, but I'm gonna wait for Amazon to sell them cheaper because that's usually what I do. because right out the bat, like next week they're going to be $28.99. A guy said or something like that. I'm like, man, dude, that's and those figures aren't worth $30. They're not.
They're not. The day that action figures start selling normally for $30 is the day I quit collecting. That is not justifiable to me. The day that 3 3/4 inch figures are selling for more than $15 is the day I quit collecting those too. I just, it's not reasonable to keep raising prices. And Hasbro even came out with that questionnaire last year, asking people. Or it wasn't really a questionnaire; it was more of a survey. There were questions in there that said, "Would you pay $36.99 for a deluxe edition figure of General Grievous?" And I said, "Fuck no!
Right?
Fuck no! I wouldn't, because there's no reason why a deluxe figure needs to be over $30. If it was $25 to $28, then you'll sell me at that. That's fine. If it's a little bit larger, it needs a larger box, whatever you want to do, whatever the excuse is that you want to name to give it to that $25, $28 price point, fine, I get that. That's fine. $36, almost $40. Now you're entering SH Figure Arts territory. No. Yeah. You can't do that.
And honestly, that's why throughout the lifespan of my channel, I've stopped certain lines because of price increases and when I feel like they're not really worth it. Like you said, when certain figures get to the point, the in-store figures where they're like $30, I will stop at least collecting those, because at least with Mafex and SH Figure Arts or Figma, you don't have to worry about getting an entire wave. Yeah. There might just be one figure coming out, and I'll spend that. Like if it's a figure that's like $40, $50, but it's a really good quality figure like what they put out, because that's always going to be their price point. I'll get those because I don't have to worry about, but they got this, and this coming out. But a lot of the times with stores, like even like with Star Wars stuff, there's a lot of figures that I would like to get in a single wave even. So it's like that adds up.
Yeah, it does. It does add up. And on top of that, like a lot of stuff I've noticed this year, everything is starting to either, I don't know what's going on. I think Hasbro's really having a tough time with distribution right now, because Wave 1 online for the 40th anniversary has not popped up.
Yeah.
On the majority of the sites that I usually pre-order through. And I have my pre-orders paid for and everything. So when I just haven't gotten them, I haven't gotten a shipping notice. I haven't gotten anything. I just pre-ordered Wave 2 of the 40th anniversary, and none of that is popping up. Now I know that they're supposed to have a release date of June anyway, so I get the wait. But I mean, I'm finding them in stores before I'm finding them online. What the hell's going on? Like I just found Lando and the Tusken Raider at Walmart. Like what the hell's going on here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So it's very strange when it comes to stuff like that, with the randomness of the distribution. It really just throws you off, because then you're like, well, I'll just pre-order it and wait. No big deal. But then you're like, well, maybe I should go check the store because it could be sitting there. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very strange. To me, if you pre-order something, you should get it before it hits the store.
Yeah.
That's the point of pre-ordering to me, is you want to get it before it hits the store. Like, I never understood, like, when I would go on eBay and I'd see pre-orders for like $40. And people, like, I'll see like 10 of them are sold, and I'm like, who the fuck buys this shit for $40 before? And it's got like an estimated date for like August when it's supposed to come out in June. I'm like, what the hell? Why would anyone pre-order this? For $40, it's going to come 2 months later. The hell sense does that make? So it's very strange pre-ordering system now, and everything's coming out on top of each other. So it's like they almost want like what $300-$400 when they finally get the figures in stock. It's very strange, very strange. And that's why we're here discussing it, and we don't run the companies that make the decisions. Because if we ran the companies that made the decisions, the shit would be stocked properly.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I even get sick, and that's why I even get sick of Build-A-Figure. I've never been a fan of Build-A-Figure, to be honest, just because I'm not gonna get figures that I don't want to build a figure that I might not even want. A lot of the times, the figure to build is not that great. So
yeah, I'm glad you just brought that up, because that segues to the next comment that Scabcat said. It says Hasbro should just ditch the BAF and move to with Marvel Legends and just include accessories. I have been saying this for years.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. People haven't caught on to this because they're so self-indulged in the Build-A-Figure piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's how it's always been. So it's got to always be like that. Well, no, just because that's how it's always been doesn't mean it's how it always has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about it from a logical standpoint. If you don't have a Build-A-Figure that requires all of this tooling and all of this time and effort and money has to go into, or a budget has to be set into each wave, okay? That Build-A-Figure is taking away from the rest of the quality in your figures.
Exactly.
That's why Cyclops is a disaster as a figure, because all the quality control went into the Warlock figure as a Build-A-Figure.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's what happens when in each wave when you decide that they're going to sacrifice the rest of the quality for a Build-A-Figure. Now, what they should do, and I agree with Kyle, is that they should just disregard the Build-A-Figures. Have one, if you want to do it this way, you could do it. Every quarter, have a deluxe figure available. Okay.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Every quarter, have a deluxe figure available, and that's your Build-A-Figure. Okay. You could even do a Build-A-Figure 2-pack if you want to sell something exclusive to like maybe a Hasbro Toy Shop exclusive. Build-A-Figure 2-pack or something like that. Something along those lines to keep the Build-A-Figures away from the figures, because you don't see the Black Series doing Build-A-Figure pieces and they're just fine. Right. And you got better quality with the Black Series than you do Marvel Legends. And if Marvel Legends collector tells you otherwise, he is lying to himself.
Like, yeah, dude.
And lying to you.
I enjoyed like the Star Wars figures that I have. I've posed around and played with way more than any of the Marvel Legends stuff that I got.
Yeah. That's just, I mean, you see the quality. I mean, you get soft goods with the Black Series. You get that mixture. I'm sure, listen, the Black Series is not perfect. I understand that they have their own issues with head sculpts and stuff like that. But as far as, I would say, if you put one next to the other, you can see the quality is different.
Exactly.
You can tell. Paint applications, sculpt, that you don't get with Marvel Legends, sculpt, stuff like that. I mean, from head to toe, you can see it. The Black Series has them beat.
Because, like I said, with Marvel Legends, man, it's just it's a gamble. Because they look good in packaging. You can see when it could be your favorite character. You'd be like, oh man, this looks good. I want to get it. You open it up. It could be great. It could be okay, and it could be crap.
Yes.
And it'll make you feel like I should have just left it, like the Daredevil figure. I wish I didn't open it. Like I wish I kept it, because the box wasn't even messed up. Right. Yeah, man. To me, Marvel Legends is just, they're meant for mint on card, because they look great in the box. Especially if the box is in good condition, they look awesome in the box. Yeah, like, that's it.
They do. They look awesome in the promo pictures before they come out, and then they look awesome. They look good in the box. They're like awesome promo pictures whenever they release that they're going to do like a specific character at SDCC or something, or Toy Fair, and they're like, oh man, I can't wait for that. Oh, I'm going to get 2 of them. Oh, whatever, blah blah blah, and then it comes out, and you're like, it's all right, and then you get out a package like, this is fucking trash. This is trash. It goes from that's the Marvel Legends way of collecting right there. It's that wave of emotions right there. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
They need to ditch the Build-A-Figure and focus on quality with the figure line in general. The waves, each wave, because Cyclops could have been great. and he's. I don't know if I had. Well, I'll save that for the video. There's a lot I said about it in the video. I'll save it for the video. But yeah, I was really looking forward to that Jim Lee Cyclops being great, and it's just.
And you know what's funny? Every real review that I've seen of it, because you do have the people that are like everything is great. Out of everybody who's reviewed that, it is even starting to make me not care as much, which sucks because I've been wanting them to do that figure for a long time. And every reviewer that I watch, that I respect their opinion, and you know, it hasn't been the best. It's been more of, we're finally happy to have him. It looks good standing alongside your other X-Men in your collection. But and then on top of that, I don't have a lot of Marvel Legends, and the majority of the Marvel Legends stuff I have is movie based. So even having the Jim Lee Cyclops would look weird. I want everybody else, but at the same time, because I see the Rogue everywhere, and I'm so tempted to get, because that's my favorite version of Rogue.
She's really good. I mean, I'll sit here and shit on Marvel Legends for the next fucking 3 hours, but I'll admit when something is good, it's good. That Rogue figure is really good.
And it's like I want to get that, but it's just like, how long is it going to take for us to get like another, a Storm in the all white? Mm-hmm. When are we going to get the Professor X in his, Well,
it's because they keep jamming these fucking modern fucking looks that I don't care for anyway. Yeah. They keep jamming these modern looks down our throats, and I just, who gives a shit? Oh, we all know what sells, and it's this. We all know that fucking Jim Lee sells. We all know.
Because we
all know. It's a fact.
Like, because we're on the topic of X-Men and Marvel Legends, I don't know if this has ever happened to you with any wave. This could be with any wave of any company. But remember that Toys R Us exclusive X-Men wave? It had Magneto, the Wolverine, and like that new Storm. Do you know that none of my Toys R Us's ever got any of those figures?
Never? Not one?
Not one. The entire time that those figures were out, when you went to the Marvel Legends section, it was every other wave. And I was like, and when you tried to get them online, they were expensive.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I pre-ordered that wave. I pre-ordered that wave, and I think that wave I pre-ordered that for, because there was only 5 figures. I think I paid $119 for it.
Dang, because I was gonna.
Now it's like I saw it at a Comic-Con, a local fucking Buffalo Comic-Con, and it was like, someone went $300 for the whole wave. I'm like, the fuck out of here, bro.
Because I was gonna make a video asking if that's ever happened to anybody where a wave has come out and your area just simply doesn't get it. Like I was going to so many different Toys R Us's, and not like necessarily toy hunting, but every time I was out, let's see if they got the new X-Men stuff. It was never. I can honestly say I have never physically seen any of those figures in the stores. It was weird, but that's the only way that's ever happened. Every other way that has come out, I can say that I've seen at least 1 or 2 of the figures, but that wave in particular was never at any of my Toys R Us's. It was weird.
And it wasn't even that good of a wave, to be honest with you. Really, what was the selling point for it? The wrong Jubilee? You gave us the wrong Jubilee? You couldn't even give us the Jim Lee Jubilee? You gave us fucking Vampire Jubilee?
Vampire Jubilee, yeah.
That nobody wants? Really, let's sit down and think about this. You gave us the wrong Storm, the wrong Jubilee, a shitty Magneto with a shitty head.
And that Cyclops is I don't like that look.
Nobody wants.
That Cyclops.
You gave us modern Cyclops. Who cares? I don't know. It just makes that wave was not that good. I was not impressed with that wave. I think I was impressed at the time, but looking back on it, opinions change, and it's just not good. Not good.
Right.
Not good at all. And especially if the fact that we haven't gotten a Magneto in how long before then? Since Toy Biz?
Toy Biz.
Like, what the hell? You give us that shit? That's terrible. And it was like the what was it? The Captain Rogers body, I think. Commander Rogers.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
What was Zorpak says, Zorpak says, I don't need a Bath Ultron, but I have his torso. I guess I'll use it as a paperweight. And then he goes and he says, I saw Storm on Amazon for $150. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the fuck?
Whew.
What's up, Strident? How you doing, buddy? That Cyclops figure was booty. I looked for someone with 2 pieces of duct tape on his face. It does. It looks like 2 pieces of like Gorilla Tape or some shit on his
Is that what Strident just said?
That's what Kyle said.
Oh,
Snapcat said. That red duct tape.
It did though. It did look like duct tape.
And doesn't the beam come out of the middle of his head instead? Now that's so fucking dumb. It makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. None. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada. No. Do not. Terrible. All right, we got to stop talking about Marvel Legends. It can't do this all night. Let's talk about. I got an idea. Let's talk about figure lines that we dropped and now we're starting to pick up again.
You go first.
Okay. All right. Well, I have picked up because I've noticed that it's like a weird like a weird wave. This line goes for. I started picking up some of the 3 3/4 inch vintage collection and legacy collection Star Wars figures again because they're starting to drop in price now. I've noticed since the announcement of the revamp of the 2018 line is coming back. Yeah. The vintage collection's coming back in 2018. So I've noticed that some of the prices started dropping on some of the rarer figures. Like, what was that? I just picked up Darth Revan for, what was it? I think it was like $60, $65.
Yeah.
I got him for, and he usually goes for like 120. So, which is fucking insane for a 3 3/4 figure, by the way. Like, I think the only other figure that I have that's really around that price range is and I have to thank Strident for getting it for me, is the Moneybags Destro. And that usually goes for around that price range too.
Yeah.
I mean, I started picking up 3 3/4 inch figures because the vehicles.
Yeah.
I just got this today, which was this Power of the Force A-Wing, which fits right in with your vintage collection figures, and this is from 1997. So, brand new in the box. I got it for $20. So
nice,
$20 right there.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been starting to try and appreciate some older figures, like lines that I dropped, and finding for cheap, like within reason. You know what I mean? I said I spent $60 on a friggin' Darth Revan, but it's a tougher figure to find. It's tougher to get your hands on that. So what else? What other lines? I think that's pretty much it. I recently picked up the 2010 AT-AT or at Walker.
Yeah.
I picked that up, and I got a really good price on that. I got it for under $100, which was really good because that thing, holy shit, fully complete. I think it goes for like $250 or more. Like
right.
So I picked that up, and I think that's about it. I haven't really picked up anything else as far as figure lines go that are old and stopped a while ago. So
like,
what about you?
Usually with me, if I drop a line, sometimes it's just dropped.
Wow.
Like
fuck that line.
Because like I can't remember when I put up that Daredevil video for Marvel Legends, but I stopped them for
that was a while ago.
Long time. And then I picked up that Doctor Strange because it did look good and I liked the movie. And I did get the Star-Lord, the new Star-Lord, because it was way better than the previous one from the first movie. But other than that, it's like I'm not really planning on collecting them again. I dropped the DC icons. I haven't got one since and I keep thinking about getting the other ones, but they changed the scale again. Yeah, so you're gonna have the other ones, and then you're gonna have taller, like, and they're more in scale with like everything else now. So it just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. But I will say that I did stop for a while the DC Collectibles CW stuff, and I picked up like the Firestorm when that came out. But that was more so, that wasn't me just kind of like dropping the line. That was me waiting for them to come out with something good. So that's a lot of what I'll do. Like a lot of the times, if anybody that watches my channel, if you don't see certain figures, like there might be a stretch of not seeing any WWE figures, like Mattel stuff. That's because I'm really picky about which one I'm going to get.
Yeah.
I really like the, you know.
I'm the same exact way with WWE Mattel figures, because it's like I have to really A, love the character, B, I'm not just going to get every single one. Like I understand that there's the collectors that got to get every single one. They have a very in-depth collection. I'm the same way with the Black Series, because I think the Black Series is just pure quality. But you know, and the people buy every wave. I'm like you. Like I'll just cherry pick. I'll get my favorites that you know, whether it's 80s, the 80s, the 90s, or the early 2000s. That's usually where I stick around.
Yeah, because I'm more so like, I don't even really have a certain line that I stick to. I just like getting collecting like certain teams. Like if they come out with a team of figures, I'll make sure I get that team, especially if it's something I like. Or if there's like a, you know, if Mafex is doing like how they did the Batman v Superman stuff, I got all of that. You know what I mean? But other than that, like specific lines, I cherry pick.
I think it's easier. I mean, as far as, and I've come to this crossroads where it's like, not when is enough, but when do I have time to appreciate everything with constant shit coming out all the time? Like, it's almost at the point where I'm like, I have to like almost stick with one line, because I'm just, I want to settle down and kind of like, just like I said, appreciate what I have. And I don't want to spend so much money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to spend a ton of money on figures, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And honestly,
it's supposed to be fun, not like a stress reliever, not a stress giver, you know?
Because that's one of the things Strident, when he put up a video and he said, I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying like, make sure that the figures that you have in your collection is something that it's gonna stop and make you like pick it up. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna pose it around. And that's why I have so many. When I did my toy room like video, there was like those white casings that had a bunch of those. That's like the figures that, why did I get those? You know what I mean? Like everything that I have displayed is stuff that like I really do like and appreciate, and that's what I try to do. So it's like I really cherry pick now, because it's like, okay, I like this, but do I really love it? You know what I mean? Like that's why I even try to make sure I get quality stuff like the Mafex and SH figures. I try to get a lot of that now.
Yep. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why I'm going back to the vintage collection line with Star Wars. I'm starting to find more of an appreciation for those, because 3 3/4 inch figures, they were really good. I mean, some of them came with soft goods. I mean, I'm convinced that the vintage collection line spawned really the 6-inch Black Series line. Like, if it weren't for that line, and unfortunately, the Black 6, slow down. The 6-inch Black Series line had to kill off the vintage collection line, just because of 6-inch figures tend to sell, I guess, a little bit better. But you know, that really pushed the 6-inch line for us to get it. Really, I'm speaking backwards like Yoda. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my brain right now. What the fuck? No, but it really did push the 6-inch line for us. Or I don't think we may have not gotten it. We probably might have, but maybe a little bit further down the road. But I think the quality and the sales with the vintage line helped, at least a little bit. But I'm really, pretty thorough. Like, I just picked up. What I really wanted to get for myself was the pretty much like a diorama for like Jabba the Hutt scene. And I actually found, and I'm finding more and more quality in the Power of the Force line because I found these 3D diorama sets, and they were $20 for both sets. It was for the Cantina, and it was for Jabba the Hutt's palace. And they're pretty much like a pop-up book. You just pretty much fold them out, and it's like a full nice diorama display. And then I already have Jabba the Hutt and his little, I guess, I don't know what you call it, his throne room.
Yeah.
His lazy boy bed. His lazy boy slug chair. I don't know what the fuck you call that. But I already have that, and he comes with like little pillows and stuff like that. So I could just, I think, I'm pretty sure that the Budget Jedi did a video about it, and he just fit that throne right in where with a 3D setup, and it looks fantastic. So I want to do that diorama. So I've been picking up some more skiff guards and stuff like that aren't too rare. You know what I mean? I can find them for around the 10 to 12 book range.
You know, it'd be nice if Mattel would actually do crowd dioramas for the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, that would be,
because when that one website, that's too much money, man. It's like $50.
Yeah,
I'm not paying $50 for cardboard, man. I'm good, dude. Like, because I feel like Mattel would at least, you know, it'd be reasonable if they did one. Because that's why I won't really build more around my ring setup. Like, I wanted to get a barricade and everything, but if you have all of that stuff without a crowd, it doesn't complete the look.
Yeah, it's I want to do that for my reviews. Like, I want to have that back display for like when I shoot my photos and stuff, or if I do a review, like I'll do that and have the crowd behind them. But yeah, fuck that website. I was talking to Strident about that the one day. He's like, man, I want to get some of these diorama displays, but fucking like $50 for some cardboard? Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Like, I'm good, man. That's too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Way too much. Not worth it. Zorpox asked us, what are our thoughts on the SH Figure Arts WWE figures?
I'm becoming a fan. I know how you feel about it. I'm a fan of them. I had to give them a try. What I like is, like, everything that I complained about with Mattel, SH Figure Arts, you know, they excel in. The only problem that I do have with them is they're so small. I wish that they were bigger because, like I mentioned in one of my reviews, I don't know if it was the Rock or the Stone Cold one, when you look at SH Figure Arts Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, like, those are bulky. I think they're even taller. And I'm like, how come you couldn't put that much into the, you know, size-wise? How come you couldn't do that with the wrestling figures? They're too small. But other than that, being able to put them in the wrestling holds and it looked legit, them being able to hold a microphone and actually put it up to their mouth to make it look like they're cutting a promo, like, it's the stuff like that that's really cool. So yeah, I'm a fan of that line.
You know what? I like them, but I have my gripes. They are too small in stature. B, they are way too skinny. C, like when you look at Austin, the figure I'm talking about, the SH Figure Arts Austin is just not wide enough. Like, Austin is like, he's got a wide torso. He's got thick thighs. Like, he's built like a tank. Yeah, kind of. Like, he's 6'2.5", and he's like 245 pounds or something. Like, he's a thick dude.
And The Rock is
way
too small.
Thick. He's a big, thick dude. He's 6 foot. What is he? 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah.
He's bigger than Austin, and it's just the scale is way off. They're too skinny for me.
And it was funny because
can they get into really good wrestling holds? Absolutely. But they also don't fit in your wrestling rings that you have available to you right now. So it's I don't know.
And it was funny because, like, when you look at, I was looking at other reviewers review the Rock figure, and they were like, well, if you remember, he was skinny in 2000. I'm like, Rock was never skinny. Rock is not. He's never small.
That dude's never been skinny. Like, the guy's a former Miami Hurricane. He's never been skinny, bro. Trust me.
And when he first debuted and when he was in Nation of Domination, he was actually kind of chubby. Like, I was mentioning that in my video. He wasn't even ripped. Like,
I'll bring up a photo of him. Keep talking.
Like, he doesn't look like, you know, Hobbs from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. No.
He was chubby, man, and that the figure definitely doesn't capture that at all.
He had that baby fat on him still.
But like I said, man, I love the playability of them, man. They're so fun to pose around, getting them in like actual poses that they did.
Yeah, here's the Rock in 1996 when he debuted. You ready? Here we go. He's Chubbs.
Yeah.
Oops. Chubbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the Rock now. Like it's like night and day difference.
Yeah. Dude look like he has like 1% body fat.
No, he's got muscles on his muscles. Like what the fuck?
I've never seen a wrestler get in more shape after their career.
As he gets older, he gets larger. Look at his arms. Look at this kid's head. Like you go from this to that, and if you look at The Rock, what was it? 2004. 2003 to 2004, he actually lost weight.
Yeah.
And then he got huge in like 2012. What was it? 2010. See, look here. There's The Rock in 2002. He's smaller. He's actually smaller than his debut.
Yeah.
So, yeah, The Rock's always been big dude. Like,
yeah, he's always been big. And it's like, yeah, it's yeah. They just make them way too small. Because like I will say, like I said in my reviews, when you look at like how they sculpted everything is right. Like it looks like them, it's just smaller. It's like everything is just smaller.
Yeah. Overall, I think the product is good. I think the quality is there. I love the face sculpts. They look fantastic. I mean, you can definitely tell the quality is better, or not a little bit better. It's better than Mattel's. Like we all know, Mattel is not doesn't get an easy pass here. Like they have their own issues.
Yeah.
With single jointed elbows and crappy ankle articulation. That's from 2010, for Christ's sake, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Mattel needs a revamp themselves. So
yeah, with everything, not just the wrestling stuff. They're multiverse. That articulation is played out too.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So Mattel's, they, like I said, they have their own demons. They got to fix a lot of stuff too. They're not perfect by any means. But I guess nothing is perfect, right? Nothing is perfect. I think the closest that you can get to perfect is SH Figuarts. And that's across the board, whether you are a fan of Dragon Ball Z, which they have fantastic stuff for that, or if you are a fan of your Power Rangers, Super Sentai, stuff like that, or now they have wrestling figures. I can't wait for a Shawn Michaels. I'm definitely getting Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
I'm definitely getting Shawn Michaels. I'm going to pass on the Triple H and Kane. That was actually a weird choice.
I wish they did the debut Kane.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they didn't do the debut.
You picked 2002 Kane? Like, why?
Right. I hate that ring attire, man.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The mask is terrible looking. Awful. But SH Figuarts across the board. Even their Star Wars stuff is getting better. Kind of had a couple of their figures had quality control issues. Darth Maul. But overall, you always get a good product with SH Figuarts. I actually just picked up Han and Chewie, so I have them. And I think that web exclusive Anakin drops this month, and the end of this month. So actually, I just got my shipping notice the other day, so I'm getting that, and I do have Padme on pre-order. So
cool.
A lot of good SH Figuarts stuff coming out. And Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn's coming out too.
And SH Figuarts is getting really good with their face sculpts. Their Deadshot from Suicide Squad. Ooh. I mean, the Mafex one looks good too, but that SH Figuart, it looks just like Will Smith. Like it looks like a mini Hot Toy.
It does.
Like,
It does. It looks so good,
man. I was like, whoa. And even the Tony Stark figure that they have out, where he's just he's like the one from Iron Man 3, I think. Like they just got him in his like regular clothes, like that. That Tony Stark looks pretty good. So yeah, they're getting a lot better on their face sculpts. Yeah,
they're getting so much better. I'm really excited for the future of SH Figuarts and what we're getting. I'm really excited about the model kits too. The model kits are getting so much better. I have so much fun building model kits. I just love it. I recently finally got a good price on the Scout Trooper and Speeder bike.
Oh,
so
nice.
It was going for like $45. I'm like, come on, man. I'm not paying Figuarts for a model kit, man. These things are supposed to be going for like 20 to 30, not friggin' 45, 50.
Yeah.
Like, I get he comes with a speeder bike, but for Christ's sake, it's a model kit. Like I still have to do all the work. So
right.
I ended up picking up one for 27, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else?
Mezco and Hot Toys.
Oh yeah, Mezco. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I love Hot Toys and I like Mezco too. My only problem with them, not so much Mezco because they do things other than movie figures, but the time frame of when these figures come out and how much they are, like with Hot Toys, and one reason why I've kind of stopped is you'll be excited for something like a movie will come out, say this year. The figure will go on pre-order like months ago, and you won't get it until like 2019. I'm like, can you guys try to get it a little closer to at least the Blu-ray release? If it's not going to release when it's in the theaters, let it release during the Blu-ray time or something. Like, that's why I don't pre-order them anymore. Like, the majority, I think, out of all of the Hot Toys I have in my collection, I pre-ordered 3. The rest of them I've gotten cheap. I've gotten for like $100-something, like maybe like $120, $130. My Tonto figure, like I said, my last video, $80 for a Hot Toy. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm getting that. But everything else, I'm not a patient person, especially when it comes to like pre-orders that are gonna take that long. So when I'm gonna collect Hot Toys from this point on, it's gonna be if one is cheap. Like the Finn, like that figure hasn't really gone up in price. Like if it's something that I've been wanting and the price doesn't get too ridiculous on the third party like markets, I'll get it then. But in terms of like pre-ordering it, you'll be waiting forever. Like for the people who pre-ordered the Hulkbuster, that thing was supposed to come out
like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They're like still waiting on that Hulkbuster Hot Toys.
I mean the Drax from
how much was that shit? Wasn't that like $500?
$8. It was like $8.49. Yeah. And I don't know when that thing's coming out.
Oh. I think I just gave birth. Oh, my eyes are watering. $800?
Yep.
Oh shit!
That Hulkbuster was a pretty penny, man. It's still not out. It was supposed to come out in March. They had like pushed the date back to March, and it's May now, and that thing still isn't out. That sucked. And then the Wonder Woman from Batman v Superman, that was supposed to come out a while ago, and that's still not out. They haven't even given a release date, I don't think, yet on it. That just keeps getting pushed around too. So yeah, that's my only gripe with Hot Toys is it's like by the time you get it, or by the time it's like you forget about it.
You're like oh, that shipped. Oh.
Yeah, right.
That's how I was with Darth Maul. When I finally got Maul last year, I was like, oh, that shipped.
Like, dude, like my Michael Keaton,
like what?
My Batman Returns Hot Toy. I think I had 4 different delays, 4 different shipping delays. Like every time I would get an email from Sideshow Collectibles thinking that it was going to say it shipped, it was saying that, oh, we pushing it back to this month. And it was like month by month, just it kept being pushed back. It was ridiculous. So it was like, after that, I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of pick up Hot Toys when I see them for a decent price. I can't pre-order from them anymore. Like Justice League comes out this year. They're probably going to show a preview image to something like towards the end of the summer. You won't get like a Justice League Batman figure until like late 2019. Like, yeah. It's gonna be a while. So it's
be like 2 years before you pre-order now, and then 2 years later you'll get it.
Because it seems like that's the average wait time. It's about a year and a half.
Something like that, yeah. What was it? Pre-orders just went up for Hoth Leia, and she doesn't come out until next January.
Right. Like
what the hell, man? Fuck. Don't even put pre-orders up until like at least 4 months before. Shit. What is the point of that? Like, I get they're expensive figures, and you want to give people a chance to like save their money or whatever, or do the payment plan, whatever they're gonna do. But goddamn, like, there's no point on putting a pre-order up 6 months, 7, 8, almost a year before. Like,
this is the funny thing about it. Even with the payment plan, even if you do pre-order something with the payment plan, they will hold it off until about 4 months before it comes out anyway. Yeah,
I know. And then you're like, oh wait, I have to remember that they're going to take money out at this time. Like,
so it's like, why not just wait until closer to when it's going to release to then, if it's going to come out like say if a figure is coming out in August, then put them on pre-order like in May or something. Yeah. Like don't put it on pre-order a full year ahead of time.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Or do the payment plan to get it out of the way, and then if we have a long wait, we don't have to worry about fucking payment plans coming out of nowhere.
Right.
And I hate the excuse that these companies are like, well, did you check your email? Well, I don't check my fucking email every fucking day. No, I don't. Do you know how many emails you get? Like, how many emails do you get a day? Because on average, I get about 400 emails a day.
Yep.
Do you tell me I got to fish through 400 fucking emails on a daily basis? No. You are not the only email, Sideshow Collectibles. Sorry.
And the reason why I brought up Mezco with that is because I heard one of the head guys of Mezco was talking I think it was at like some toy fair when he mentioned Hot Toys, and he pretty much said it's okay for us to release stuff late because they do it and they're still successful. So we do it too. And I was like, what the hell? Like, and I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said. He was saying that Hot Toys is still successful for releasing stuff late because I think it was when they were talking about the Batmobile that's still not out yet. They're still trying to figure out like how to get that out. And it was like, dude, Batman v Superman is old now, man. Nobody wants that.
What else should you do
anymore? I mean, they just now got the Batman. What is it? The Nightmare version where he's in like the coat, that Nightmare scene. They finally like have that. It's like, guys, like Justice League is getting ready to come out. That figure is it's too late.
I know. What the hell? Does anyone give a shit anymore? Like, like 2 years ago. The fuck. So yeah, that's Hot Toys for you. They're always continue doing their Hot Toys thing, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna sit here and sound like a hypocrite. Like, I own a bunch of fucking Hot Toys. I do.
Right.
Okay. I saved a lot of money, and I was fortunate to get some Hot Toys. Mm-hmm. I don't have fucking 10 million Hot Toys. I have probably 10.
Yeah,
and that's about it. And I'm good for a long time.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I pre-ordered was that Snow Trooper 2-pack and Episode 7 Luke. That's it.
Like, to me, when it comes to Hot Toys, because they're so expensive and the wait time, if you even have 5, you have a collection.
Yeah, you're good.
What I mean? Like, you're good.
You are good.
And especially if you collecting other stuff, because at that point, like, if I wanted to do a lot of Hot Toys, I would have to stop collecting everything else.
Yeah, no, yeah, you would have to sell everything else.
I would have to, I would have to drop everything just to get just to, you know, to focus. So for the people who just collect Hot Toys, it's a little easier for them to do that because they're just doing Hot Toys. But
yeah, that's it. But that's what you have to do to a point.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you like, and that's the other thing that kind of like, what was it? Recently, I got the Scout Trooper.
Yeah.
The Sideshow collectible Scout Trooper, not Hot Toys.
Yeah.
The exclusive one because it came with a rifle, and I'm a big fan of Scout Troopers. That's like my favorite trooper.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'll splurge. I'll pick up the Scout Trooper. So I pick him up. I get him. He looks fucking awesome. I love the display stand, but am I gonna take him outside and fucking put him in mud and shit? Hell no.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can't display him the way I want him to. So it's kind of like you gotta sit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like these they're not cheap. You know what I mean? So it's like you can, if you don't give a shit, you can do that with your figures.
If you don't care.
You don't give a fuck. Sure.
That's another thing you run into because in my video, you know, I didn't really have my Hot Toys posed too dynamically because sometimes the suits that they put on them prevent you from doing it. You can't really move them around too much. That is the one thing I will say that is cool about Mezco is how they give you really good quality with using like the fabrics, and you can actually pose the figure around like pretty easily, you know, like highly posable as if they don't have that stuff on the figure like that. I've seen reviews of the Batman and the Superman and even the Shazam figure that they have out now. So it's like, it's good stuff, but it is really expensive and it takes a long time for them to come out. Because that Shazam was supposed to come out, what? God, that Shazam figure is probably like 6 months late of releasing, I think. I want to say it was supposed to, because it's supposed to come out in 2016. that Shazam figure, that Shazam from Mezco.
Oh, he's already out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out now, but he was supposed to come out, I believe.
He was supposed to come out in December.
Yeah, yeah.
Or November. November he was supposed to come out because I pre-ordered him.
And that Superman keeps getting pushed back. That was supposed to come out last year.
Yep. Thank you. That's. I'm gonna warn you right now, and thank you, Strident, for warning me. Mezco has some of the worst customer service you'll ever have to deal with.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say. I remember him saying that.
Yeah. So you buy a Mezco figure, you better hope and pray that shit doesn't break or fucking the fabric doesn't rip or anything like that because they don't like replacing parts. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I do like Mezco. They're like the 6-inch Hot Toys to me.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. I'd still say that I like Figure Arts a lot better. As far as I think Figure Arts is more quality than Mezco, but different styles. You know what I mean? They are different styles. Mezco uses a lot of fabric. Like I said, they're more comparable to Hot Toys, but that price point is a little. You're asking a bit much. $80 a pop, $75 a pop.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
If they were 50 to 60, I think that's worth it.
I think that would be worth it, right? I would collect a lot of them, but it's that price point, man, and it's just. I can't do it, man.
It's tough. It's tough. It is. So I'm cherry picking. Like I got Shazam because I'm a big Captain Marvel fan.
Yeah.
And I picked up Green Arrow because he's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that figure is dope.
Fucking beautiful, by the way. I have Dawn of Justice Batman, and he's gorgeous. And what else?
You got the Punisher, right?
Oh, I got the Punisher.
Yeah.
And who else? Oh, Dark Knight Returns, black and gray suited Batman. That's it.
Okay.
And that Batman was only $60 when he came out.
Yeah.
Return of Batman or Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. Because that's the thing too. It's like with certain lines, it's like sometimes I just automatically keep myself away from them because into a situation where, like with Mezco specifically, they actually have. I could see myself getting almost every figure that they have if they were priced, you know, to my liking. If they were like $50, $60, like you said, I could see myself having almost all of them. But with that price point, it's like if I get one, I'm gonna want to get another one, and that's gonna make my pockets cry. I can't.
Yeah, like I'm still like kind of frustrated with that Mezco Wolverine. Like I really want it, but I fucking hate those stupid shoulder pads it comes with. They did fix the shorts on it, so they had like these long biker shorts, really weird. And then they actually listened to us and they shortened them, so now they're like regular, almost underwear. And but those fucking God, I hate those. He looks like freaking Bebop from fucking. For Christ's sake. I don't know. I'm just not feeling those shoulder pads, so I don't know. I don't know about that. The jury's still out on that, and now they just released a different version of that same Wolverine, just in X-Force colors, which I could care less about.
Yeah.
Give us this version, please. Give us this one.
I know. Out of all the Wolverines,
give us the fucking version that everyone wants, and you know. Stop giving us weird shit. I don't know what to tell them. Stop giving us weird shit. There you go. The Mezco Doctor Strange. Yeah, Zorpox just noted the Mezco Doctor Strange does look really good. I think that just went up for pre-order today.
Okay, I knew I saw that. I did see that on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll bring it up real quick. Oh, there's also a 1/12 scale stealth Deathstroke, which I could absolutely care a lot less about. But the Doctor Strange does look really good. Let's see. All right. Boom. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fucking gorgeous, man. Does look good.
The body actually looks small on it too. Hopefully they update the Spider-Man to look more like that, because the Spider-Man looks too bulky right now.
Does he?
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, that looks great. Look at that.
Yeah, they need to get. I think Spider-Man needs to have a body similar to that, because the image I seen, he just looks too buff. It looks like they have him in like a body of the bigger ones. Oh, I didn't even know they had that Spider-Man out.
Yeah, this is the slimmer one. He looks slimmer.
Okay, yeah, he looks slimmer than the regular one. Unless they've updated it since. But when they first
this one?
Yes, that one looks too bulky to me.
Does it? It looks okay. Oh, maybe this shot. It looks
like, you see, it was like, yeah, there's like certain shots where he just looks like almost fat.
There he looks good. This shot he looks good. I think he'll be okay. I think it's just that one photo.
Yeah.
Because here he looks fine too.
So you know what? I want to say it looks like they've updated, because these do look. His body looks slimmer.
Yeah, that looks slimmer. This looks like the same buck that they used for the black suited one.
Because like when they first showed this, and I think it was along with like their Ghostbusters series coming out. When I first saw the Spider-Man, like when they actually had the figure at one of the toy shows, he looked like he almost had like the Superman body from Batman v Superman, but he was just in the Spider-Man suit.
See, I wanted to get this, but this thing, I'm not feeling it. It's not so much the suit. I don't mind the way the suit looks. It's these boots and these gloves don't fit the suit. This is supposed to be like what 90s Captain America or Ultimate Captain. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. I would have preferred the swashbuckling boots and the friggin' old school gloves with this suit as opposed to this. But whatever. I mean, so. But yeah, here's the turtle shells I was talking about. So, right there.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that. I don't know. But they did shorten the tights because they were this long before. This is an older shot right here.
Yeah.
This looks terrible. I'm sorry. That looks horrible. It does. So they actually shortened them. So they're going to be a lot shorter than before. But still, I don't know. It's just not the Wolverine that I was hoping for. from them. So I'd like to get Doctor Strange, but I don't really follow the character that much, to be honest with you. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Big pass. Little pass for me there. Well, here's the X-Force. Oops. Here's the X-Force Wolverine. It's pretty much the exact same Wolverine as far as the sculpt goes. The boots, the boots are different. I think the gloves might be the same. I'm not sure, 100% sure there, but they still using those shoulder pads that are just fucking god awful. So, yeah, that's about it. That is about it. Stance Wars. I like the Han Solo SH Figure Arts Han Solo too. There's something now. Maybe this is me just nitpicking, but having him out of package and looking at the face, like the face looked really good in the prototypes, and then when I got him, for some reason, there's something weird going on with his mouth. It looks like there's like a bunch of like dirt all over his face or something. I don't know what's going on, whether it's just too much paint shading or what, but it's very odd. His mouth looks a little bit weird. But overall, I think the overall product of the figure looks pretty nice. I'm gonna have to shoot that review.
Yeah.
I might actually do him and Chewbacca in the same review. But yeah, as far as I don't know, do you have anything else to add? As far as stuff like that?
Not really action figures, but I'm excited to get my Knight Rider, my Hot Wheels Heritage. It's not the Elite. I did have the Elite Hot Wheels Knight Rider car, and I got it from Record Exchange, but the person who had it last, I don't know if they let their kid play with it, if they played with it too much. Because like, you know how Kit would eject people, his seats would eject. They actually had it where the seat could pop up. So the seat, it was very hard to keep the seat down. So you would get it, you would hear the click. A couple minutes later, the seat would pop up. The seat would pop up. The T-top would never stay flat, and the hood, to where the sensor is, it never laid flat. It was like you could try to do anything. So I ended up selling that one, and on the Heritage one, because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, I think just the doors open and the T-top, you can remove those and like flip those up. But it's pretty much the same car, just doesn't have the red light on there. And I've been wanting a legit Kit car, because the Diamond Select one is okay. Like, you've seen it in my videos. Mm-hmm. They didn't. There's a lot about that car that they didn't get right. From the scoop on the top of the hood to the front, I had to actually modify the nose of the car, because I don't know what the hell they were doing there. But it's just like there's different. It's like the way that it doesn't look fully like Kit. It doesn't look like that Trans Am from the show 100%. So I was like, yeah, I need a legit Kit, a die-cast Kit, not one that's plastic. But yeah. And I will say, like, even though the die-cast, it will collect a lot of fingerprints from as experience from the last one I had, but it doesn't mark up as easy as the Diamond Select one does. So I am excited about getting that.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Are you gonna get that Apollo Creed that I got?
I want to get Apollo Creed or Cruise?
Creed from Rocky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to get it. I'd definitely like to get it. I mean, it would complete my. I don't know why I'm holding this. It would complete my Rocky collection as far as that goes.
I'm just saying, if you do get it, this is a pain to take off.
Oh, no. I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm not gonna
leave it on.
I'm gonna leave it on with the hat. I have to leave it on with the hat. It's iconic. So, hopefully, come on, give us a Predator. Please give us a Predator version of him, please. And the rest of the team. Oh my God, I'll shit my pants for Jesse Ventura from Predator, please. Please, you have the rights, NECA. Give us this.
I wish NECA had the rights to shrink the their 18-inch turtle figures, man. Those things look beautiful.
Oh,
I think that's some of the best that NECA has done, man. They look like they pop right out of the screen, man. That like it's just $100 a piece. I don't have a room.
that's fucking crazy.
It's the room, man.
They look great, but if you're bigger than Hot Toys, I don't have the fucking
right.
You know, like unless you're a vehicle. If you're a vehicle and you're 18 inches long, fine.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. I can deal with that. I can find the room for you, but just one figure and then I gotta get 3 more of you? No.
Right.
That's not happening. It's like a small child.
Yeah.
Fucking these are my kids right here. This is about as much as it would cost for a kid right here. For our children. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's too big. It's too big. Same thing with the Deadpool that came out. I'm just like,
yeah. And it looks good. Like the Catwoman from Batman Returns look good, but it's just
it's not the right scale. It's just
yeah.
And it's a weird scale too. So you can't even like. It's 18 inches, so you can't even like use 12-inch stuff with it. Yeah. You can't do shit with it on its own. So it's rather odd.
So it was disappointing hearing the guy at one of the shows say that they're not going to be able to shrink the size. Because I thought they would be able to do like what they did with some of their figures that they have out, where they the Adam West and the Batman Begins figures. Like I thought they would be able to do that with that, but apparently not.
Are you planning on getting the next wave of the Black Series? Any of them?
If I can find them.
Hopefully they show up.
Hopefully they show up, man.
I think this is a good sign. If I found Lando and the Tusken Raider at Walmart this early on the East Coast, which is a rare thing, then I think we have a good shot that this is going to be a heavy wave. And by heavy wave, I mean a heavily distributed wave. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully it's not like the Revan wave where it was tough to find. But I think it'll be a lot easier. Plus, there's some bigger names in there. Qui-Gon's in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lando's in there. You got Tarkin. Tarkin's. Oh my God! I was even surprised when I was at Celebration and they announced Tarkin. I'm really pissed off. Oh, am I pissed? I was there for the reveal of Thrawn. And I asked the guy. I asked the head of their division. I was actually having an interview with him, and I'm so stupid I didn't think to have the camera running. But he gave me a ton of information. I said, "So there's going to be a reveal later, and the creators of Thrawn are coming over. So does that mean that we're getting you know who?" And he said, "Oh, I can't say anything just yet, but it's a possibility." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know what that means." I go. Please, and I said this to him, please don't make him an exclusive.
Right.
And he said, don't worry, everyone will have a chance to get him. So either he's just going to be an exclusive, which I don't think is the case. He's going to have a regular release like Jyn Erso did last year and the Trooper did the year before. But that'll be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive packaging. So if you miss out on Thrawn through the SDCC and you're trying to kill yourself trying to get them on Hasbro Toy Shop, don't. You'll probably have a regular release. They want to make sure everyone gets Thrawn, and hopefully he comes with his little pet too. So
yeah,
that would be cool. But Luke's Landspeeder. Thanks for bringing that up, Stance Wars. Luke's Landspeeder is going to be retailed for around $60 with Luke included. And his poncho, his soft goods poncho, his hat, his cycler rifle or whatever rifle he uses, and I think it comes with his lightsaber as well.
Oh, that's nice.
But the spindles in the Landspeeder actually spin in it, so it's pretty awesome. And
cool.
So pretty awesome. It's very similar. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Did you have Soldrum? Did you have the vintage collection land speeder?
No.
No. All right. Well, on the vintage collection, it's kind of similar to that. They actually had these wheels that were at the bottom, and I think they were clear, and you could push them up or push them or bring them down. And I'm pretty sure that they have something similar to that on the Luke land speeder. So that's pretty nice. So it'll look like it's hovering instead of So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And I'm actually excited for Ray's speeder too. I know there wasn't a lot of people talking about it, but Ray's speeder, her little net is not plastic. It's actual soft goods elastic net. So you can put a bunch of her stuff in there. It's pretty awesome.
Hey. You know, I think I did see an image of that.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that. Yeah, I think I saw an image of that.
So that's pretty cool. I think both sets will be around $60 with the figures included, which is good. I think that's a reasonable price for, a vehicle and a 6-inch figure in 6-inch scale. That's more than reasonable. I mean, look at the TIE Fighter was like what, freaking $200 or something? It's like $179 which was way overpriced, and I think Hasbro learned from that mistake. It was way overpriced.
It was.
That shit should have been like $100. if that.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really do anything. It just kind of sits there. Trust me, I know, because it's just sitting there, not fucking doing anything. And it takes up so much space. It's probably one of the largest things I own, I think, is that TIE Fighter. So, yeah. So there's some cool Black Series stuff coming out. I'm excited for it. I think I'm most excited for Qui-Gon. I think that's I've been wanting that figure for so long now.
Yeah.
But now they have to give us episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi. So.
Yeah.
You have to do it. I mean, Figure Arts did it. Now you have to do it. So.
Right.
But I don't know. Do you have anything else to add?
No. I mean, well, one thing that I wanted to mention is I remember when I was a kid, I had do you remember that Ghostbusters cartoon that came out? It was like all new Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had all of those figures and the car. They could all fit in the car. And
are you talking about from the 80s?
No. I think it was the newer one. It was like from the 90s, not the old first cartoon. It was like the all new. I think it was only like 2 seasons.
Or all the real Ghostbusters or something.
Oh, the real Ghostbusters. Yes, that's what it was called.
Okay, yeah. The real Ghostbusters. Because remember, at the same time, there was another shitty cartoon that no one wanted to watch that was called the Ghostbusters. Yeah. And I remember whenever it would come on, I'd be like, "Oh, Ghostbusters is gonna be on TV Guide. Ghostbusters will be on 12." I'd run downstairs, a little kid, Ghostbusters on. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Ghostbusters? And it was this weird, here, I'll bring it up so you guys can see it. It was some weird shit you didn't want to watch. It was a bunch of different cartoon characters in this buggy, this 1920s car.
But yeah, I just want something like that again, man. I love that thing. I remember having the RoboCop, and I had his car. You could put RoboCop in the car. Right now, the only thing that I have like that is my kit and Michael Knight. And I'm hoping the Michael Knight can fit in my Hot Wheels one. I might have to do something to make that happen, but
here it is. This was the fake Ghostbusters that you were like, shit, this is on instead. So what they had to do was they had to change the name to the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Just so you could differentiate between the two, so you're not like, oh, okay, we'll stop watching this show just so we can watch the real one that we want to watch.
Yeah, but man, those figures were cool, man. They had all of those, and even the car. That was dope.
To note on Stance Wars, he says, the Ray Speeder looks cool too, but to recreate the original trilogy with the Land Speeder will look amazing. Yeah, and I think it was actually really smart on their part to actually give us both, because you have that comparison between young Ray and young Farm Boy Luke, Scavenger Ray and Farm Boy Luke. with their speeders, and they look very similar. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So I thought it was intelligent that they actually did that. And this way they have a modern product out there, and they have your vintage product out there. So you can choose if you want both, or if you just want one, it's there for you. So it's nice that we're actually getting more vehicles. And I actually asked the guy there, I was thinking about this because as soon as the tank commander, or not the tank commander, but the tank driver came out from Rogue One, I was like, any chance we'll get a tank? And he's like, you know what? There's been a lot of people asking about that, so it's within the realm of possibility. He didn't say yes. Of course, he can't say yes, but
yeah,
because you know what that would cause if he said yes, we're going to have one.
Right.
But so maybe I'm still crossing my fingers for a tank somehow, somewhere. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe we should cut it here. It's been about 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Soul Drum, for joining me. This was just a random toy talk. We're talking about whatever popped in our heads.
Right.
And, had a lot of fun talking with you, buddy.
Yeah, man, same here.
Thank you to, I'll do some shout outs here. Thank you to Zorpox the Destroyer for the continued support. Mad Collector. Scabcat, thank you, Kyle. Stance Wars, thanks, buddy. Strident, thank you, brother, as always, for the continued support. Thanks everyone for getting involved today. We had some pretty good questions. I appreciate the responses. Hey, the thing that we care about the most is people getting involved with this stuff. So that's really what makes the show better. Is the more involvement you guys have, the better the show is going to be. So. But thanks so much. Stay tuned for some reviews. I'm going to upload my Tusken Raider review probably tomorrow. And then what else? I got the ATST Black Series Walker that I just shot. And then I got my Valkyries video coming up. So anything coming up for you, bud?
I got an unboxing video. And then, of course, once I get it, which hopefully it'll be this week, I will be reviewing the Knight Rider car. I'll probably be gushing that entire video about that.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, thanks to everyone. Definitely check out Strident's YouTube page, and definitely check out Scabcat242. He just got a huge shipment of, or a nice size shipment of Marauders Valkyries. So check that out. Check his YouTube channel out too. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Peace.